How you doing, guys? So today we are going to learn about the Google Trend tool we have in category research. We're going to learn how we can get ideas for niches, how we read the trend graph, and how we predict trends, and how we can use it in a way that it can benefit and help us increase our sales and make better decisions and find more items. So now, as you can see, we're looking on the category research page, and I have searched for the subcategory digital cameras. I choose for digital cameras in purpose because usually for you and for me as well, when we look on this subcategory, digital cameras is category full of brands, category that companies like Canon and Nikon and Sony and all those brands are ruling, okay? And I want to show you how, together with the Google Trend tool, we can first of all understand the trend, okay? Understand the yearly trend of this specific product. And second, how we can use this tool to find ideas for micro niches and sub niches inside this subcategory that we never even thought exist. Okay? So let's first of all go through the filters and go through the graph, and I will explain you everything so you can understand on the best way. So as you can see, we have different filters here up. We can make the search, the graph search based on last 12 months, past 60 days, past 90 days, a year 2015 up to 2017 and 2016 as well. We can look in the past 5 years, and we can look on 2018, and we can make a custom range. Here we have the custom range. We can fill any custom range we want to test, okay? If you know something specific, if you went to check a specific date range, all you need to do is just fill in the date, the year, and just run a search. We can change the filter by location. We can see the Google statistic by location. I recommend you work on the United States. If you drop ship in different places, so you can check United Kingdom as well. And we can do the web searches and Google Shopping. Web searches is better for us because it gives us more information. Google have more data from web searches, so we just get a better results and more information in the graph. But you also can check for Google Shopping, and you can try both, okay, from time to time. So here we have the last 12 months, as you can see, and I want to go with you through the graph. I want to help you and to teach you how to read this graph. So you can see that Google rank the result between minimum 25 and up to 100. Okay, this is the ranking that Google gives to any graph result. Okay, and if we will go through it, I want to go through it with you, and you can see. And once you go through it, and you also have to do it any time you make a category research, if you want to understand the trend of the niche. It's to go through the graph and see what is the minimum and maximum position. So we can see that the lowest here is 61, and there is 63, and then here 62, and there is here 58, and 69, and so on. And the highest points also is interesting for us. So we can see that in March, between 12 to 18 March, we have 81. It's a small peak. And then here in April, 77. And then in May, we have 95 suddenly. It's almost 100. And then in July, we have again 89. And in the end of the year, November, we have 100. So, of course, when we look on November, 100, it makes sense because this is the Christmas time, and this is when people buy a lot of gifts and make a lot of shopping. So here it makes sense. But let's go back to July. What happening in July? So if we look on July and August, this is the time when the kids go to their vacation. Okay, this is the summer vacation, and this is also a time where a lot of people make holiday. okay? And look how exactly in this time, exactly in the beginning of July, the number of web searches for digital cameras went up, okay? Went up because what makes sense that in this time before when the holiday starts, people buying cameras before they go to holiday. And let's go back to May. May again is the beginning of the summer, is the spring, is again can be another good timing for people to buy camera. People start to go out of the house, people start to travel, people start to make more photos and so on. So this is how we learn the trend. We always have to look on the graph, and we have to find when is the peak time. Okay, now when you make a category research on a subcategory or on a main category, and you can see these things, you can find a lot of opportunities, because let's say right now is the end of April. Okay, let's say right now is the 16th of April or is the 22 of April, and we just make this category research to digital cameras, and we saw that, okay, we are right now in April, okay, April 2018, for example, just an example. And when we look on 2017, in the 22 of April, there was the lowest position, but in the 7th of May, there was a peak. So we can prepare, we can list item right now in the end of April and catch this peak in the beginning of May and make more sales in these subcategories. We just have to find the right items, list them, make sure we're in the right timing, and we catch this peak, okay? Of course, you can use the Google Trend also to predict like holidays and to predict different things like Valentine's Day and so on. But what is most interesting is in just a normal sub-niche, subcategories like digital camera, we can predict those trends. So if we're in the right timing, we can list items and have more sales in this specific time. Or if you want to be even more advanced, you can plan. You can really, when you find a sub-niche or subcategory and you know, okay, we are right now in the end of January, and the first peak is in May, you can write it down to your management list or whatever, and just remember that in the end of April you list more digital cameras, okay? It really depends how you want to handle it. It's harder to manage some list of those opportunities, but it's much better. So if you want to be advanced and you want to really take it serious, you can find opportunity, write it on your diary, so you remember that in this time you need to look for this specific item. So this is how you predict trends. This is how you use the Google Trend Graph to predict trends. You can go here, look what happened in 2016, look what happened in the last 5 years, look what's happened in 2015, look what's happened in the last 90 days. You can play with it to see if you can find more opportunities, okay? So this is how you do it with a graph. And now I want to speak with you about this feature here called related queries. And in this feature, we have two options. We have the related queries and we have the raising queries. Okay, we can basically split it to top queries and raising queries. Top ones is the most searched ones. We're looking on top ones, okay? And one second, let me check. Yeah, we're looking on the top ones. So as I say, top ones is the most searched ones: digital camera, best digital cameras. So you can see Canon, Nikon digital cameras. You can always go far and see best digital camera. Okay, we're going to make a test on this keyword. It will be very interesting for you. And also, you can see that here, cheap cameras. They have a low score, only 11, but still people search it. It's still here, okay? So before we test it, I want to go with you to the raising, for the raising. When we change for raising, this means what was the raising search queries in the last 12 months? What happenings, like what's going up dramatically, okay? And here we can see that we have best digital camera 2017. Many people search. Okay, it's raising the surge number of search raising 1,900%. But we can see here that this DWI digital cameras raised in 250%. This is very interesting. So we can always explore it little more with search on Google. We just click one time on the keyword, we search on Google, and we can see what is it, what is this exactly, okay? What is it all about? We see that there is one item from eBay here. This is eBay Germany. We can open it. We see that there is a website, an Australian website for this. We can dig a little bit more in eBay to understand a little bit more this search phrase, okay? So we see that here, this is an Australian company, DWI, and we see that this website get a lot of searches. And basically this is not specific search, so there is not anything special we can do with it, but we can see that this website sell a lot, and we can learn from most selling items in this website. We can even try to dropship if we're selling in Australia with this website. I just show you that this little tool here can just get us more idea, open us more doors. We can learn new things out of it, okay? Let's see if we can find other things that interesting in the raising result. We see that the Costco cameras are raising search query, and we see that this is just more people searching for cameras in Costco, okay? So we haven't learned anything from the raising, but sometimes you can really predict trends like this because you can learn from what people search, okay? You can learn from what people search, and sometimes you can find out about some product that you never thought someone searched, and suddenly there is a big hit and it's jumping in front of your face here. Let's go to the top. Let's go to the top results. And I was focusing with you on the results here, best digital cameras, okay? I'm gonna copy this keyword, and I'm going to open a new product research, and let's put it here. Cheap cameras. Okay, now we used to focus all the time on the keyword phrases that make sense to us. We used to focus on what we know, on our comfort zone, but sometimes keywords like cheap camera, like smallest smartphone, like those small keywords are keywords that can get us certain traffic that will convert to sales, that there is not a lot of competition, okay, that will open up a door to a place or to an item or to a niche that we can make money and we have a low competition. I want to show you the result of cheap camera. When I search cheap camera on the product research, and I want to show you about what we get. Look, we have 100 results. I don't know how the statistic gonna be like, but let's see if we can find some opportunities. Let's see if we can find some way to make profit, okay? So look, we have 100 listings that sold only 57 units in the last 30 days. Okay, it's not a lot. It's just 57% sell to and 20% successful listings. Usually with these statistics, we're not really gonna even look, okay? But I want to scroll down with you here, and I want to show you interesting items we see here, okay? We see this item sold for $29, 6 units, and look at the title. It's a cheap best vlogging camera for YouTube Wi-Fi Prime Video, okay? So basically a cheap best camera or cheap camera or best camera, it's keywords that people search. It's generating sales, okay? Not a lot of people search, but people search it. And sometimes when we use this kind of keywords, we can get traffic that we never thought we can find. Okay, we never thought we even will convert to sales. Other things, when we use this kind of keywords in such a niche or such a category like a camera category, we can find an items we can sell that is not a brand. So we can go to Amazon or to our supplier and get a similar item to sell this specific item, okay? Best selling cheap vlogging camera accessories, okay? So we can get some items that fit for this title that we can sell less than $44 that will generate for us $10 profit, okay, or $7 profit. And yes, this is not a good statistic for this keyword, but Even though if we can sell an item like this with $10 profit and be a little bit cheaper than this price, when we generate 3 sales a month, it's $30 profit just for one item. So this is all, those are the tools. This is the Google Trends tools. This is how you read a trend graph. This is how you use this related queries tool to get more ideas. I hope you learn a lot. Thank you very much and see you in the next lesson. Ciao, ciao.